Gentlemen, let's go into our news of the week, dun, 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 which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage Company. Eagle Mortgage Company knows mortgages like nobody knows mortgages. They've been at it for almost 30 years. And in fact, on September 18th, just 2 weeks from today, we're going to have a live remote at Eagle Mortgage to celebrate their 30th anniversary. And all Grow Omaha listeners are invited to come. There's going to be free pancakes and all sorts of...
You do know how big this office is, compared to the audience size.
That's true.
That's true.
But all Grow Omaha listeners are invited. It's open.
Omaha Traffic Control is going to love it.
It's going to be a block party, basically, 114th.
It's free pancakes, man. 2 weeks from today. Yeah, and I know I'm going to get the tall stack myself. But at any rate, more importantly, if you need a loan, go to Eagle Mortgage. Doesn't matter whether it's FHA, VA, or conventional. They do all of that, and they take good care of you doing it. EagleMortgageCompany.com. All right, fellas, let's go. Which one should we start with? This one's kind of interesting. The 180th Street Bridge, the long-awaited.
Very exciting.
180th Street Bridge between Dodge and Blondo, which spans, I like to say that spans the Lincoln Highway and some Union Pacific Railroad tracks, is finally open.
This has been a long time coming, ladies and gentlemen. I think 10 years ago we were talking about this.
It's been needed for more than 10 years. Now, while this is very good news, fellas, it's not open all the way to Maple. Right now you can go to Blondo.
Oh, okay.
And then go either east or west.
Do we have a timeline for that?
Next year, but that would
next year to get to Maple.
Yeah, next year to get to Maple.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
because and that was the plan all along, because that was a longer project, getting that street brought up to standards and all that sort of thing. But shoot, just to be able to go to Blondo,
that's a huge deal.
It is huge.
Yeah, it's a real nice step forward. You can get to most of
the houses there just getting Blondo.
Exactly. All right. Next thing on the docket, the Nebraska Multi-Sports Complex, which has been long delayed, planned for the La Vista area, the Southport area. And we understand, in talking to some people, that it's still very much in the works, and the plan is for it to move forward. But it had received publicity years ago because they purchased the pool that was used in the 2012 U.S. Olympic swim trials downtown at what was probably either the Quest Center or the C8 or the CenturyLink Center or whatever the hell it was called back in those days. And the pool's been in storage, presumably in lots of pieces, since they're fairly large. But apparently that pool is being sold to an organization in Colorado Springs. Nevertheless, the Nebraska Multi-Sports Complex says they're going to have a different pool. And so apparently it's still on, but the pool they were going to have as part of the complex appears to be heading west.
Well, right now they're focused, and I sold that 184 acres to them about 6 years ago. And City of La Vista, we're talking about call it the relocated 120th Street, I think it's called Eastport Parkway, right to the east of PayPal. And my understanding is that they're very close, and there could be my intel tells me there could be a groundbreaking in October next month for the first 8 to 12 multi-sport fields. So it's exciting, and they've been working with the city. The city is stepping up. The Nebraska Multi-Sport Complex group is very focused, and that's going to help all those lots I have for sale over there, the few remaining lots I have for sale, and that whole development area. It's about 237 acres plus the multi-sports complex.
And just a few weeks ago, I had heard that they were only a few $100,000 away from their fundraising goal, so that is encouraging.
Absolutely. So I think that next year they're going to be playing sports there, and you're going to have 8 to 12 fields there. Now they're going to have concession building, restrooms, parking, and that'll be the first phase. And then second phase is probably likely tennis courts, and then third phase, hopefully you'll see an auditorium with swimming pools.
Exciting. We'll definitely keep our eye on that, and hopefully that does happen here real quick, as you mentioned. We always like to give a little bit of national real estate news each week, brought to you courtesy of CoStar, which provides us all of our real estate data. And for this week, we have the following piece of real estate news. After a stronger than expected summer For the travel industry, U.S. hotel occupancy increased 30%. The average daily rate increased 10%, and revenue per available room, as we like to refer to in the real estate industry, is RevPAR. RevPAR increased 40% year over year through July. And this largely reversed the declines from 2020. And this is all despite the fact that lately, there's been an uptick in coronavirus infections.
How do you compare anything to 2020 when you talk about increases?
Which is funny that you should say that, because I was looking at a list of top 10 Nebraska tourism attractions, and they had their ranked by their 2020 attendance numbers, but they also said their 2019 attendance numbers in parentheses just for reference. Like, there were some of them that drew 350,000 people in 2019, and they had 50 or 60,000 in 2020.
Right.
Like the Henry Doorly Zoo in 2019 drew 1.7 million. In 2020 drew like 800 some thousand, and was still number one by a long ways.
What's impressive when companies compare the first half of 2021 to 19, and they're doing better.
Right.
I think that's very relevant in business.
Well, my
today.
wife's in travel, and she told me that bookings for flights were at levels that they didn't even see in 2019.
Right.
For a while,
They had been up until now, and maybe they're going to slow down a little bit with Delta in the fall, but it was at impressive
Is that
levels.
Delta Airline or the Delta variant?
It's Delta Airlines. No, I'm just kidding. It's
Could be
definitely
both.
the variant.
Yeah.
Could be both.
Yeah, unfortunate name right now. Kind of like Corona beer.
I'm really flying Delta right now.
Delta Airlines desperately wants to keep Delta out of Delta planes.
And then there's the Delta variant, and then there's Delta 8, which is legal now here which is like marijuana light, and then Delta 9 is illegal.
And finally, the College of St. Mary has officially opened its $18 million indoor athletic complex right west of Exarban on the north side of the College of St. Mary campus.
Flamethrowers?
It looks great.
I mean the flames.
The Flames. Flamethrowers. You're a flamethrower. Their nickname is the Flames.
The Flames.
But it looks great. It looks really, really nice. So kudos to College of St. Mary. I'm sure exciting for their athletes and their alumni. All right, that is the news of the week, brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.